We're going old school with I'm a Believer, originally done by the Monkees and covered in Shrek, the movie, by a band called Smash Mouth. It's been in different keys because different bands have sung it, and we're doing it in A because A is just a really cool, easy key to play it in. So it's going to sound something like this. That's your basic rhythm. It's got the part where he sings, and then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer. It's got that nice timing inside there, and then it's got a very cool riff which goes, which is pretty cool as well. Now we're going to start at the beginning by the verse. We're going to go through the basic chords. It's a nice song to learn if you're new to guitar as well. And let's focus in and see what our fretting hand is doing. Opening chord is an A, finger 1, 2 and 3 on strings 4, 3 and 2 respectively, all inside the 2nd fret. We strum from the 5th string down, so it should sound like this. Following chord is E, finger 1 goes to the 3rd string. Remember, we count from the bottom, string 1, string 2, string 3. Fingers 2 and 3, your middle finger and ring finger go to the 2nd fret, 5th string, 4th string. And for the E chord, we can strum all 6 strings. Later, you're going to bring a D into play as well. Finger 1 goes to the 3rd string of the 2nd fret, middle finger to the bottom. And then your ring finger goes to the 3rd fret on the 2nd string. If you're still new to guitar and the chords are going a little bit fast for you, maybe just pause the video, look at the PDF. Then you can see how my fingers are being placed as well. And if you've got any questions, don't hesitate to drop me a WhatsApp. Later, you're going to have a G at the very end. We come to the end of the chorus. And G, finger 1, 5th string, 2nd fret. Finger 2, middle finger straight to the top, 3rd fret. Ring finger to the bottom, like that. Or you can play G with ring finger and pinky like this as well. So G's like that acceptable. Or you can do it like this as well. Now, back to the top, verse 1, I'm going to focus on the strumming, which should sound something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, just to break it down on the strumming pattern itself, it's down, down, up, down. And if we were to count the tempo, it would be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. It's a very popular rhythm, used by lots of songs. And if you want to add an extra up strum at the end like this, down, down, up, down, up. That last up strum now being the new strum. If you want to do that, it also sounds pretty cool. But let's you and I take it through. From the top, verse 1 and verse 2, it's A, E, 2 A's, and then it's going to go through that cycle again for the second line, which as you'll see is exactly the same. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, A, E, first A, second A, next line, A, E, and A. Now we go to D, coming up now, to the A, back to D, that's the way it's seen, back on A, and D, disappointment, A, haunted all my dreams, E, 2 and 3 and 4, and stop, 2, 3, 4. So the important part there is I'm going to show you what happens with the E at the end of the verse. Okay, we got your A in place there. You can play your A like that, or you can swap fingers 1 and 2 around. But you can see the strumming now and the chords as they change through. Now, as you go through that last line, this is disappointment haunted all my dreams. It's D, and then your E, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And what's actually happening there is 1 bar of E, down, down, up, down. And you start the 2nd bar of E and then mute it. In other words, you silence the guitar like that. And there's 2 ways to silence it. The one is as you relax pressure, the pinky goes into the guitar like this as well. So the pinky is actually helping us get the guitar quiet like this. The other needs us to focus onto our fretting hand a bit. I meant to say strumming hand, not fretting hand. What's going to happen there is as you do that last strum, your strumming hand, the back end of the palm just goes across all 6 strings. Like that, and it silences the guitar. And then you get a nice, and it's dead silence. Now the next part, the chorus has got a lot of quick changes between A and D, and that's how come I play my A like this. I know lots of guitarists prefer their A like that. You can see from the top view, and the change from A to D to A to D, it's 3 times in a row, and all 3 fingers are moving. I like swapping finger 1 and 2 around like that, because then when I go from A to D to A, you'll notice that my first finger, finger number 1, isn't moving. So this is why I like the A like that. But that's not that important. You can choose to see what's good for you. Now, just to get the strumming hand into focus quickly, I want us to see both the movement at the top of the chords as well as the strumming direction for the chorus, because it's actually quite important. You start with a double down on the A, and you want to keep the chords sort of bouncy, not quite staccato but not ringing either. So we don't want, you can hear there's a sort of a slight hint of a silence. And you go from the A to the D, A, and you can see that the first A, D, D, A are all downstrokes. But then immediately after that second A, you come on an upstroke for the D chord, like this. So you're going to go super slow motion, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So watch out for that upbeat, offbeat upstrum on the second D. And you play through that A, D 4 times in a row. So when you're at the chorus and it says stop, you sing, and then I saw her, and as you go to face, it's then I saw her face. Second time, third time, fourth time, and then A 2 3 4, D 2 3 4, A 2 3 4, D 2 3 4. So for those last 4 chords, the A, D, A, G in the darker blue, you simply just let the chords ring for each of those bars. And then we have, which sounds quite tricky but is actually really easy. Now if you got any questions, don't hesitate to WhatsApp me. You do have my details. If you don't have my WhatsApp address, you can always drop me a message via YouTube. I'd be more than happy to help you. But let's have a go at the riff now. So I'm going to focus one more time onto the fretting hand here. And we're starting off by striking the 0 on the tab sheet on the 4th string. You can see it vibrating there. Then we're taking the middle finger, finger number 2, and we're hitting on the second note. In other words, the second note is a result of that middle finger there, finger number 2, hitting the string. So you don't pluck the second string, pick, hammer on, that's the name of it. Then the third note is the open, the G. You can see the vibrating underneath. And we're working in 3s, triplets. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then just to show you the hammer on, I'm going to quickly detour to my picking hand for a second here. And you can see, pick, hammer. You can hear the second note come in without me picking. And there's the third note. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to do one more triplet, but we're not going to complete it. So it's going to sound like this. If I zoom out, you can see both left and right hands work together. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can see it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And if you were to count, it would be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, but that can get quite sneaky. I find it easiest to just think triplet, 1, 2, 3, another triplet, and you don't finish it off. And now that one bar simply gets played twice in a row. So you have, and you're back to the beginning of the song. Now there's a nice keyboard solo inside there. It's got the whole keyboard intro and everything. But these are the essential guitar parts. Like I said, I'm not in the original key. We made this nice and easy so you can just enjoy the song in the key of A. Hope you enjoyed. I'm a believer. I hope you have an awesome week. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to ask me. And take care. Thank you. Bye.